I know why I'm even writing this. I mean, seriously, who is going to read this? I'm the only one left. I tried looking. I spent years of my life wandering and looking, years calling into the everlasting night that has descended on the world. Hundreds upon hundreds of days longing for a simple conversation, longing for an exchange of a few simple words. For a touch of someone else. It's not meant to be. I'm clearly the one left. The world has become a ghost of its former self. There's nothing left but skeletons and ashes. I won't get into the details of how it all ended. I don't know much about it myself. I remember what had happened long ago, when there were still people walking around. The only memory I have are snippets of a conversation about a catastrophe. They say that the man that pushed the button only exclaimed it worked as the flashlight up the night. That quick flash was said to have light up the sky around the world. The sky became fire, most died on the night when the darkness was dispelled by light. I was a child then, but years have elapsed. The darkness that was warded off in the night returned and swallowed the world in clouds of ash and dust. In the passing months, most died of starvation, exposure, or worse. At first, this solitude was suffocating. As a child, I hated it. I wandered from town to town, screaming in the ravaged square for someone, anyone. I needed a friend more than anything else in the world. Someone to comfort me, or at least showed me that I wasn't alone in all of this. I wept bitter tears for anyone to join me. Slowly the silence became comforting. It was an old friend. It was my ever-constant traveling partner. It never made its presence known, but never left me. I walked to silence and I fell asleep. In silence, it was comforting. It was constant. It was a couple of months ago that it all happened. Imagine that someone is watching you. Feel their eyes on your back, feel them boring into you, literally. Don't even think about it. Don't turn around. Stay still as long as you can, without looking back. The eyes haven't left to your back. Don't even move your eyes. They're getting closer to you. Stay perfectly still. Do you feel their heart breathe on the back of your neck? Okay, whirl around. Scan darkness looking for something. Anything. There's nothing. There is always nothing. Why am I even explaining this? Why am I even writing this? I guess I'm writing to make sense of it, to explain why I started feeling this way a month back. Another day, it's been about a week since my last entry. I know for certain, I no longer have a calendar, and I realized that even if I did have one, I wouldn't be able to understand it. The feeling of being watched has grown almost unbearable. I can't help glancing over my shoulder when I'm passing on the side of the road. I scream out into the darkness for them to show themselves. There's no response. I know it sounds crazy. The fact that I'm alone in this world means I define my sanity. So I guess there's that illustration for how much I'm sleeping when I think that I'm sleeping. But I know that someone is out there. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not. More days elapsed like sand falling out of an hourglass. I'm seriously losing it. I know. I heard it. I know it was there. I won't lie. I had been drinking a little heavier than usual. You would do it too when you were experiencing what I was. I had drank an entire bottle of whiskey. But that was before that happened. I was not drunk enough for what happened. I was walking down the street for another up downtown when it happened. The telephone rang. I almost twisted my ankle getting to the payphone. I lifted the phone off the receiver and listened. Nothing. No dial tone. No operator voice, nothing. I waited by the phone for hours for something, anything, but nothing. Finding time has become meaningless to me. I waited for days by the phone. It never rang. I waited a few days more. I don't know what scared me more. The fact that the phone might never ring again, or that someone might call back again. Still, I camped out by the payphone until necessity dictated that I leave. I raided another bomb shelter. The number of rocket bombs are become less and less as time passes. One day, they're completely empty. They slowly starve to death. The worst part about the realization is that I don't know if that will appear to me as tragedy or as a relief. A lifetime passes by the blink of an eye, or it closes for what seems like an eternity. I don't know either way. I've lost it. I won't even pretend that I'm alive. As I write this, I know that I'm too far gone to ever resume a normal life. It never happened again. I had holed myself up in a room for the night. I was clutching an old weathered desert eagle. It's a powerful weapon, but utterly useless in a gunfight. Nothing too heavy, limited for a fight. It's the only thing I have, and I know it's not good. I'm locked up in an old apartment. I have the mattress pressed against the wall. A lot of good that is doing. From the other side of the door, I can hear the sound of knocking. Whatever has been watching me, listening to me, talking to me, has finally found me. Just right outside my door. It knocks with 3 consecutive knocks, pause, 3 slow clocks, and then the 3 quick knocks. A code if I know it, but god damn it, I can't figure it out. Are the knock letters, or are they syllables? Do they mean anything? I listen to it for hours. My hands close tighter around the pistol, and my corticals go wide. I don't know what scares me the most. The fact that when I throw open the door, I find that someone is there, or that I might throw open the door and see nothing, where there are nothing. Time marches on, leaving Ozymandias as sand and shattered stone. Sweet merciful Lord, I've decided what I need to do. The knocking continued. It has continued for days. It has to be outside. Sometimes it would die and wait for hours before resuming again, but it never went away completely. It was always there. Someone is outside my door and waiting for me. I need to open the door. I walk to the door. I need to know what is out there. I'm overtaken by terror and elation. I won't be alone anymore, and I'll open the door into the yawning maw of solitude and infinity. I grasp the handle and press the lever. I jerk the door open and I scream. I know that nothing will ever be the same. I know that I will never be the same. I know.